Joined by Caitlin Weimar following BU's 69-56 win over Army to complete the regular season sweep over the Black Knights. Caitlin, you had 16 points, 14 rebounds. What was working well for you down in the post?
I think just staying strong, following the ball, looking at the box was just my main goal too. Also, they're a very good O-boarding team, so making sure I'm boxing out and going for the ball was my main goal of the game.
Army had the lead at halftime. It was a tough offensive going in those first two quarters. What adjustments did you guys try to make to improve things in the second half?
We just wanted to take back the pace of the game. We were kind of just rushing our shots and not really getting into our offense, so we made sure to slow down and just focus on us as we play, because we are a very good team too when we get into our offense, so just keeping the pace of the game as ours.
It was a close game throughout those first three quarters before you pulled away in the end. What takeaways do you and your teammates have when you're playing those competitive games when the score is only within one or two possessions?
Just keep pushing and never give up. We just have to focus on making the right plays, not having too many turnovers, and also just making that extra pass has really helped us a lot, seeing the extra person. So that was mainly something that helped us stay in the game.
You're making the return to the Hudson Valley. You had your high school team here. What did it feel like to get that support from the crowd?
It was so nice for everyone to be here. I appreciate everyone and all my friends so much. So being able to see them, especially during the season since it's tough, has been amazing. So, yeah.
Now joined by Liz Shean after BU's win. Liz, like we mentioned to Caitlin, it was a tough start offensively. What adjustments did you guys try to make at half, and what ultimately turned the tide?
I think we kind of just had to slow the game down. I think we were playing at a pace that wasn't exactly our pace to play at that we typically play at. And we were just kind of like taking quick shots, and so the adjustment that we made at half was to try to slow the game down a little bit and kind of play in our offense. And then if we do push in transition, push with like intention and not just like, not taking advantage of the opportunity. So once we kind of found our rhythm, came out and just like collected ourselves and took what the defense gave us, and were able to capitalize.
Came off a tough, close loss against Lehigh. You've been playing 3 of your last 4 games on the road, and then you still have another road game after this. What was the mentality of this team as you entered this week trying to get back in the win column?
I think it's just kind of like we all have a goal, and just to keep that goal in mind, like a Patriot League championship, we all have bought into this goal, and we know what it takes to get to it. And it's just kind of like, even as playing several away games in a row, it's just kind of all a part of that process, and just taking one day at a time, one practice, one game, and just staying together and trying to find fun things to do and laughing when we can. So yeah.
You had a team-high 18 points. 11 of those points came in the first half. In your mind, what was working right for you individually on the offensive end?
I think just playing off my teammates. Alex and Sydney do a great job of distributing the ball, and just playing off of them. And when they're great attackers, they drive the ball fantastic, and they're very good at picking out and finding open people to make that one more pass. And so it's just kind of a function of, if they get me the ball on the perimeter, I just have to complete the play and hit the shot. So just like playing out of our schemes and finding open opportunities, not settling too much for jump shots, trying to find a little bit more of a paint game, and just like, I don't know, trying to have some fun, I guess.
Head coach Melissa Graves now after BU's 13-point victory. Coach, summary of how you felt that the team played in this contest.
I mean, just a tough, hard-nosed effort. We knew Army was a tough team. This was going to be a tough game on the road. This team is playing really, really well in conference, and so I just thought we came out the second half, especially first half not so much. I thought Army had a great first half, great first quarter, and then we kind of regrouped at the second half and came out swinging. So I was really proud of the effort.
A couple of the players that we talked to with Caitlin and Liz mentioned slowing the game down was important in rebounding offensively. What were some of the adjustments that you wanted your team to make after the first half.
Yeah, exactly what Caitlin mentioned. In the half, we went in and we said, hey, we got to take better shots. We got to share the basketball, move the basketball, make them guard us in the half court. And I thought we did that better. We still got out in transition, and we wanted to do that to advantage, instead of just trying to jack stuff, because what was happening in the first half, we were taking bad quick shots and they were coming back the other way in transition. We couldn't stop it, and then we were in a disadvantage. So I thought we did a much better job controlling the pace of play and playing how we wanted to.
Sydney Johnson's been on a tear recently, but she did struggle a bit to start off, yet you end up with 4 in double figures. How does that speak to the depth that your team has received, especially as Patriot League play has evolved?
Yeah, I think it's been great to always be able to rely on the bench. We had 20 bench points today, which is huge. I thought Liz had a great game. Caitlin was great even on the glass, 14 and 16 from her, but we're just always able to rely on that. I thought Kiara has been playing really great minutes for us, especially with Riley out. She's been stepping up big time defensively and rebounding, not always scoring, but doing the little things that we need her to do. So it's really nice to have that ability to go off the bench and have production from that.
The team is 5-1 in Patriot League road games this year. Why do you think this team has rose to that challenge away from Boston?
I think we've just challenged them to be road warriors. We put it in their head that these are always going to be tough wins. No one's going to give you anything, especially on the road. So I think they've just embraced that and known coming into every game, hey, if someone punches, you got to punch back. You got to be ready to play from tip to end and play the full 40 minutes. So I think they've just embraced that challenge, and they've done a good job with it.
How do you feel about being one of the first teams to reach 10 wins in Patriot League play in just your first season?
I mean, it's really nice. I'm really proud of the girls. They put in a lot of work. I thought coming off the Lehigh game especially, they were really disappointed in that game. It was a close game, and sometimes that could take a little bit out of you. We regrouped in practice. Our theme for the week was growth. Still wanted to grow, knowing that in February, March, we want to be playing our best and trying to get a little bit better every day, and I thought we did that defensively, and we showed that today in the second half.